ka career day go tla te, what you dream, hey, you are what you dream. So me, I slept, I never dreamt anything. I didn't see it. Then I got stressed now. So there's going to be hosting the show.
Ngile, welcome to the show.
Wait, welcome, champ.
Wait, driver no. I'm the one driving this show. Right,
but at eat you just our no there was a time ke jana maya papa but ke khaleme se ka pele. I'm sorry that.
Oh, Jana Maya Tohoyantu.
So now the time I lose at the gig. In the food. Wow, it was winter.
Yeah, childhood stories.
It's easy to die though. The death can be orchestrated in the spirit. And people that don't know. So some of the death that we think people died, they died before their time. So I literally felt like my soul was leaving my body and something brought it back. When I enter heaven, God be like, hey, why are you here? Be like, make it a bit terrible. And God be like, ha, so you were killed because we are running away from water. You get, so it would be the funniest way to die though. That would be the weirdest way to die. Imagine I get in heaven and God is better than me. Shafira, who said, welcome to Prime Art Studio with season, always been your good stuff. Since I'm the blind.
The blind and Zumbu.
I'm with Cheapy Stock last time and needed the yellow caramel mama. Zwazwa. That's her name. Yes, the dopest kid chick that is in Prime Arts. She's our queen of it. She is the host of Crown Me Wisdom, and a co-host of Prime Art Studio. Yeah, you guys know her. How was the shoot though? We haven't spoken about it.
Oh, guys, I have to tell you something there. I was so nervous. Because for the very first time in my life, you were not next to me.
Oh.
You were behind the camera, so yeah.
You are too spoiled. Thought you were not next to me. What's that? What's that? Oh man! Big shout out to Kobisto, our our host for the show. So you guys are hosting. Both of you are hosting the show.
Yeah, big shout out to her.
Yeah, man. So today we are going to have a different segment. So there's going to be hosting the show. As you guys can see, she's on the other side of the chair and I'm on the other side of the chair. Yeah, the lovely thing is that we are also in the Calm Ministry. As you can see, their banner is just here. We're crashing into their space. We just wanted to thank them for giving us the opportunity to record our podcast on this space. Are you good though?
Big shout out to them.
Are you good?
I'm always fantastic. And how are you?
I'm nice, bro. Why are you far from the mic?
Am I far?
Yeah, if you don't hear yourself the way you hear me, that means you're far. No, just lift it like this.
No.
Yeah.
Kifa.
No, just relax. You see, I'm relaxed.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good.
Oh, we bless the Lord.
Yeah, we bless him. We bless him. We bless him.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it's weird, right? Restarting something you've already started. Not just free flow.
Hey, it's like time is not on my side and he knows that.
Yeah.
And you gotta get self-sabotage. But anyways.
Kaja, where are you supposed to go?
I'm supposed to go to a baby christening.
Baby christening.
Yes.
Yo, is that a familiar thing in Sada?
No, and it's actually the first time that I'm invited to such a thing, you know. First of all, I'm married like am I fine looking like this, or should I go home and change, wear something a bit more formal, more Christian like?
Yeah.
And how does that even look like?
I don't know.
Like, yeah, so last week they baptized the baby who's 1 year old. So today they're welcoming him to the Lord. It's a celebration for that. So it's first time. It's my first time attending such a thing. So I'll tell you guys the experience when I come back.
We need a vlog from that. So Zozo's gonna be interviewing me, guys. She's gonna be. I'm a co-host for the very first time in the show. Apart from me, she's the second person to interview me. So yeah, let's see how this one goes. Over to you, man.
Yes, ke moradi ba madabane kgarebe tshetlana kgareba se kgatlamela masisi o tsena nga thita a gatoga le go ikobonya sa ikoboy ke re madume ke se Africa tleng dumelang Lungile, welcome to the show.
Wait, welcome, champ.
Wait, driver no. I'm the one driving this show.
So
So Lungile, I know you've had this question like multiple times,
Sure.
but I'm gonna ask you to tell us a little bit more about yourself besides what you do. We wanna hear more about Lungile and not about what you do.
That's how I was that. I must explain myself. But me, I address myself. I introduce myself by what I do. And I don't know, man. There's this thing with Christians when they introduce themselves, be like, "Gina Zwazwa," or put thing about their Jesus. I don't like doing that, but Lingina Mancho is simply a fourth born of my Rea Manchio, and my dad, yeah, who's no longer with us. Yeah, he left us recently this year. But I'm from a family of seven, being the fourth, always the naughty one, the unique one, the one who is very quiet but dangerous, you know. So I've always been me, like, yeah, this Luigi man grew up in a village called Mononono. That's a place that bred kings, where Temba Manchio also comes from. Yeah, man, that's just all about me. I think, apart from what I do, because I'm a filmmaker, a podcaster, and an entrepreneur.
Okay, so I asked you this question earlier, but I'm gonna ask it again because our audio was lost
Yeah.
because of someone. So, do you think what you do defines who you are?
How you like this question?
I like it because I heard it once in this podcast, Tiampumile Dwaba, and she was having this conversation with this woman. I don't remember who she was interviewing that day,
Mhm.
but that woman said, "What you do shouldn't define who you are."
It does. That's a view.
Yeah, that
That's our
was
opinion.
that was her opinion. So hence, I'm also asking you for your own opinion because also for me, if you asked me the very same question, I would answer it differently.
But there's a thing that a lot of people they don't know about me, apart from content creator, you know, that I serve in the house. And
Mm,
that's why, like, I don't really like talking about this thing. So it's part of what I do.
mm, mm,
So doesn't mean like being serving, isn't it part of who I am? Because if you're putting it like that, but that's your opinion though. I'm not
mm.
against it. I'm just showing you a different view
True.
that, as I was saying, that whatever I do is comes from within. It's inspired by my spirit. It's inspired by my heart. It's inspired by my thought. You know, I don't do things for the sake of peace, the sake of work,
Mm,
the sake of. I do
mm,
something because I want to do it. See, I
mm,
do it or I don't do it. So yeah, it defines who I am. If it didn't really come out the way I wanted, it was not perfect as it was, I blame it on me. But on the other side, agreeing with her, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, what I do defines me, I believe. So I like to believe because whatever that I do, I'm attached to it.
it has a part of you.
Of course. Of
Yeah.
course, of course, of course, of course, of course.
Yeah, I also believe what I do defines me because I believe what we do is some kind of way ministry. It's our ministry.
Of course.
Yeah. Me working where I work, that's my ministry. That's how I serve. That's how I serve God.
See,
Because the Bible says, okay, sorry. The Bible says, whatever you do, whether you eat or drink, do it as unto the Lord.
you finished it.
So
Yeah, you finished it. Yeah, you
so
finished it.
I don't believe what we do doesn't serve as a purpose of who we are.
But this always brings and it opens uh, 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 um a collision between Christians, especially in the house, when it comes to sisters. For example, they say like people want to dictate how they dress, but they forget that even dressing is part of their ministry. So
Mm,
it's part of who they are, it's part of what
true,
they do.
true.
So you just asked me earlier, do I look like I can go to church now, for example? And I just say, I don't know.
Mm,
The reason why I say I don't know is because in most places, when you raise your opinion, your view, people regard you as sexist. I like to think of that way, that you want to control women who could see how they must do, what they must live like, how they must look. There's all this and this and that. But
true.
there's a certain way and a certain standard that we present ourselves 24/7, whether we are in church, whether we are out of church. So yeah, 100% correct.
Mm, yeah, that's so true. So Lungile, you went. to Taile High School.
Of course.
Now we're jumping from primary to high school because I believe that high school is somehow what shapes us to become who we are when we become adults.
But we differ because mine started in primary.
Yours
Because I
started
remember,
in
yeah.
primary. Yay. So okay, take us through that journey and don't laugh.
I'm laughing. I'm laughing because this is weird, right?
How weird.
So I was a naughty kid. I've always loved when my parents would. Well, my sister was the person who used to like buy phones, like your phone when already go high. My sister was that person. She would change phones like now and then. Like the phone go like so she would buy phones. I was that kid who would while I was young. Kinana gets the picture go high, kinana record the video. I still have old memories, some of the old memories to go high, even to this day. I was that kid who in a radio, I'm the one who connecting. I was that kid from primary level. So I discovered my talent, career day. What you dream, hey, you are what you dream. So me as lab, I never dreamed anything. I didn't see Then I got stressed now. Career day approach. I think it was around September. Career day is approaching. So I was a naughty kid, guys, and I'm gonna say it because it was a thing that I couldn't define or couldn't label. So I used to watch movies a lot. This other time I was watching this movie. It was a movie that I was not meant to watch. It was an adult movie, so I was not meant to watch it at the time. So it was around 12. It was around Friday.
I guess it had those scenes.
Yeah. So here's what intrigued me in the movie. So there was a director who was sitting on it was a set. They were making a movie within a movie. So I was fascinated by the power the director had. I no longer considered on as I was looking. So this guy controls these people. Like he tells them what to do, and I'll be like, I want to be a director. But now later in life, I realized that I've always been there because I would curate things. Remember I was that kid before discovering the movie who said, let's film this video. No, it's so. Like I've always been a director.
No,
Yeah, no.
that one.
How I am a pillar, let's retake it. No, you have to say this way, do a so. It was to my other cousins. I was that kid. So I only defined it from that movie. It's a director. So when Mr. Basic Grade 7 asked us, what do you want to be when you grow up? I simply said, I want to be a director. And that's Sila and Manch. Yeah, and then getting to high school to answer your question, like I was saying, high school was where my voice was shaped because that's where I was taught about peer pressure. But that's the stage where I also learned that you can say no to peer pressure. Like I had friends but never to years. The top of the other mountain is the beginning of another. So I used to think I was the naughtiest until I met my friends of high school then, because they were. Those guys were naughty. I remember this other time, when a car came out speeding and Tipele, it hit the car and Agizia Punya pipe, because of oil leak, and we ran. We were laughing. Those guys laughed. That's how naughty they were. They laugh. These guys, they know themselves. Just for us to see people coming and then buffalo. This other time, my friend solo. Then it was a Friday. So taxis were not there. This guy is funny. So you maybe that taxi. Taxi, I was not taxi. Just when people thought he was getting it, he ran away. We all ran away. Those are the friends I had. So I thought I was naughty until I met them. Yeah, so but then I learned to have a voice because some of the missions I was I would disagree. So the other time I was at the gig. In the mood. Wow, it was winter.
Yeah, childhood stories.
So we went and I was in the moon, so we jumped over the fence. We needed a decoy. You know what a decoy is? Somebody who distracts. But what about it? So we They sent me because I couldn't run and I was short. I was the
O mong ha
youngest.
ilo tsena ka legodimo.
And that was before I was born again, right? So, and I go, go. Then dumela, ko teng ne ba rekisa dikwai. So none of us is smoking at the time. That's the nice part I heard about the guy. We didn't smoke in high school. We were the one of the coolest groups in schools because they're not like high level of discipline. Clean shoes, always clean. A re itse re ka go tlhoka maitseo. Re itse re le ka dilo tse di sharp. Like, most of the kids used to admire us, me and my group. So Nearly like his solo, he knows him, man. Shout out Jack, you know him. I love him so much. He's one of the guys I love so much because he protected us from smoking. He had influence over all of us. So on our influence, I got not clean and everything. We all wanted to be like him. So he refused for paper and paper, and all that and all that. And it's I will see what so we came up with an idea so we got there because in my cousin who I have we run a reps on landscape company with, by the way. We were sent to knock on the door and redistract the lady because they don't want to go school. So Ramotwe, please, I mean, you know, yeah, the guys are stealing ammonias from the
Le
train.
busy letsa bo stout.
Yeah, so those are my high school days, man. But I learned to say no to some of the missions we wanted to have. Like, nah, not today, guys. I mean, I'm not feeling that. What if we get in trouble? So I would say it's Amayang, I guess Amayang. So that's why I learned to have a voice and to reject a lot of things. Yeah.
So can you please tell us about the scar?
Yeah. Hey, this guy must be telling me now. Or kids call it me now. I was playing with my baby sister, right? It was spring, September 19. So we were welcoming spring. So it's a fit fresh out of like I go batting, I'm tell her mates. Pasha. So she decided to revenge about lata mates. So no like it levelang, about ya mates belang, a mixer. So she came to me back and let me I will lukewarm. So me, I was running for my life. Yeah, I was running for my life because she was mad that Kimotizaka meet Chapa. And then there was a wire not far from my home. So I was naked Lola try to get a kataba. I hit the wire and I faint. I felt like my soul was leaving my body. But then something brought it back, you know. It's easy to die though.
It's very
It's
easy.
very easy, especially if your death is
You
orchestrated.
should
'Cause it
watch
can be
100 Ways to Die.
the death can be orchestrated in the spirit, and people they don't know. So some of the death that we think people died they died before their time. So I literally felt like my soul was leaving my body, and something brought it back. So yeah, man, imagine I could have died. You are gonna make you lukewarm. When I enter heaven, God be like, "Hey, why are you here?" Be like, "Make some bit and God be like, "Ha, so you were killed because you are running away from water." You get so. It would be the funniest way to die, though. That would be the weirdest way to die. Imagine I get in heaven and God is mad at me.
You were running away from water. That
Yeah,
would be
God be
funny.
like, I'm the water of life. And they'll be like, ah, God. Yeah.
Yeah, anyway, so tell us about March 2016.
March 2016. That's when I started my filmmaking journey. That's where I got registered in the filmmaking school. March 2016, that's also when I got born again. I think I got born again end of Feb towards March. And March, that's where I began my media
Your
journey. Yes, and how I got born again through a dream. You know, I was sleeping, dreamed the man of God. Because now, next time I get a apology before, man of God prayed for me and he was prophesying me in a dream. And I told my brother who was born again then that I had dream about the man of God next door praying for me. Like, just go to church. I went to church and they be like, oh, you know. And me, they started prophesying because I don't really like going in front of like when they see like those who want to receive, especially if I know my heart is not really touched, you know, like I don't want to go. Remember, I mastered peer pressure at the youngest age. So people would go when sometimes when there's a crusade, people would go in the phone and be like, oh, now you go, you know. So I had a divine appointment through a dream, went there, and then I was prophesied, oh, good to you should have been at school long time ago. I had submitted forms go Bakata Media Center when they were at but yeah, the application. So the man of God prayed for me. And Monday, I think a lady came who used to pass by my place, and she was like, "They are calling for your name." She used to pass by my home every day. So they'd be like, "They are calling your name." I went there, got my contract, got the admin was mad at me that they've been calling me, they haven't been fighting me. But it turned out to be one of the people I was close with, the admin. So that's when I started my media journey, and that's how I became a filmmaker. So March 2016 marks my official day as a filmmaker, but I was born a filmmaker. If you followed my story from the beginning, yeah,
Wow.
crazy.
Wow, crazy. Testimony for days.
For days, bro. For days, of course. Yeah.
So, can you tell me who is one of the biggest people that you've worked with?
I like to think my brother, Temba Manchio, he's one of the most underrated jewel makers in the country, who has collected fine arts skills. Go, what's this? Italy, which is one of the places we know Kadrep and jewelry the most. I've worked with Nicholas Nick Midupi on a production, yeah, like Karebe, which was also 2017, the following year after I graduated. 2018.
Wow.
Who else did I work with, guys? Who else did I work with? I don't know, man. I forgot. But big names that I recall that are just closer. Maybe because you forget, you forget. But these are the people that I work closer with. Not on one project, but on multiple projects. Yeah, the biggest person I've ever worked with is me. I like to think.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah, it's crazy though. It's crazy. Yeah.
So, I don't know if we should wrap up or you still want to share more
Now you
about
can go.
yourself.
You can go on. It's fine. You can go on.
Anyways, that's it, guys.
Ha! So you finish. You don't have questions. Imagine. Imagine. You fellas.
I can't feel like it's just that time is not on my side. The baby Christianing is studying right now as we speak.
Yes.
Because I'm going to give him my three.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, man, Zwa, for pulling through. Um, yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks.
Yeah, I really wanted to ask you a lot. I really wanted to fry you.
You can't fry me, but it's cool, man. I will take it. I will take it.
But can go.
Hmm.
When I'm close, in class.
I'm Zulu.
You're Zulu.
Yeah.
Is Manchua not Xhosa?
When she's closer, but I'm Dlamini.
Oh, your dad is Dlamini.
Yeah, I haven't changed my surname, but I'm Dlamini. I was born Dlamini.
Zulu say things Zulu.
No, I know. I'm unlike you. Me, I know the basics of my language.
I also know the basics of my language, and I
But-
can hear them when they converse.
Okay, you have subtitle. They've inserted a subtitle. What's this? Subtitle what? Subtitle cheap.
Signing out, guys.
When
Join us
when
next.
when you're watching Mufago.
Join us
When
next
you're
time
watching
on the show.
When
Different location.
you watch Mufago without subtitles.
Lungile watse, guys.
Okay, if you know your language, can you do a point in Venda? Can you do a point in Venda? Can you do a point in Venda?
Bye. I love you guys.
What is it?
Zureze is not even Venda. Bye bye. I love you guys.
Oh, Zwa, man, thanks a lot. Hey, you kill me. Why would you take me back to my childhood, though?
Why not your childhood?
I forgot I did things when I was young. I forgot I did things. Yeah.
But you made us laugh today,
Yeah, bro.
I didn't know. No, Daddy didn't. I feel like if there's a part of my childhood that I missed was like one of those naughty moments.
So you never stole a thing, not even sugar.
I'm that child who grew up indoors, who grew up being
Here's the
a
thing.
mama's baby. I had a playroom. I never played
You
outside.
had a playroom. Ooh, this is what you grew up in another. You had a playroom.
They bought me. I had those dolls.
You had a playroom.
Yeah.
grew up being a rich kid. Who has a playroom in black community? Who's a normal kid to have a playroom? Like they have a playroom. Like, in a room. In a Komanasi.
No, I didn't grow up with manas. That's
Oh,
the thing.
okay. You
Yeah.
had a playroom though.
I had a
Here's the
playroom.
thing, bruh, about me that I don't really discuss, right? So as much as naughty as I was, as I mentioned, um, there's a thing we don't really talk about. I had limits of naughtiness. As I said, I was a good kid at home. I was the most in
Ngwana o
short,
tswang nama mo pitseng.
right? But I'd eat the just there was a time ke jana my papa, but ke khalemetse ka pele. I'm sorry, Dad. But
O ja nama ya tlhogo ya ntlo.
my dad in heaven be like, oh. Yeah, so there was a time I ate his meat, and I didn't like how because he didn't react to us. He told my mom that somebody ate my meat, and I knew that once you mess with his food, you're in trouble. And I ate. Then I realized I was about to be caught, and I stopped eating completely. Like I just didn't want to get in trouble. But as growing up, I was that kid who, when you say Oscar too ma, Oscar zang,
Then you
I'll
would
still be
go.
obedient. So I was
Oh, you'd be obedient.
I grew up to using negative, but if never can calamel, I would stop. But because nobody knew what I was doing, won't call my because we don't know. So but it's a thing that I wanted you to like to close up with that. Part of the things that made me slow in life, and I like to think I became slow, was that of don't do this, don't do that, don't do. They saved me in a way, but they limited me because
Limited you.
yeah, like I grew up because now Batlhalaba Strat. Like Batlhalaba Strat, like we tweeted like it's in 2016 go school on TV because you had to know nela matlhale. You had to come up with ways and I realized that a lot of guys who go strat they were more advanced than us. So
And they can network.
yeah, so like balancing obedience and the thinging, that's when I realized. Because I was that kid, I would think, don't touch that thing. I wouldn't ask questions. I wouldn't touch it. But now you grew up on only,
You stereotype in some
yeah,
way.
like you are,
Yeah.
as much as obedience is a good thing, and that's what moves you in the Christian space, that what brings growth. But being street mad is always very important. You can be smart academically, but if you're not smart, streetwise, you have to balance the two. I'm not saying be wild as a
Yeah,
kid.
but you need to
You
know.
need to tap into both atmosphere.
Yes,
You need to live.
exactly.
So yeah, when you had like a toy room, I wonder how you live and survive. But we are wrapping it up of it too from us. Please drop down your comments down below.
Like and share.
Like and share.